Hey guys, it's Katie from Mattress Clarity. Today I'm reviewing a sound machine. This is the HoMedics Deep Sleep White Noise Machine. Now this baby comes with 4 different types of white noise and you have the ability to customize each one based on their tone and pitch. It's a great option because it's portable, lightweight, and easy to use. So we're gonna go over all the features. If you're ready to learn more, stick around because the review is about to start right now. If you want to see a list of my favorite sound machines, just Google Mattress Clarity Best Sound Machines. It'll be that first link that pops up. I'm also doing a little impromptu survey. I want to know what kind of noise you guys listen to with your sound machines. I personally prefer white noise. Some people like the babbling brook or an ocean or maybe crickets. Comment below, let me know what your favorite is. I'm always checking back, so I'm curious. All right, let's talk about this. This is the HoMedics Deep Sleep Sound Therapy Sound Machine. It's got quite a long name, but it is a super portable, easy to use device. So this is really intended for those of you who prefer the sound of white noise. I'm going to go over more of the details, including sampling each of these 4 variations of white noise it comes with. So sit tight, but we're going to go over just these key features first. So in terms of dimensions, it's very portable. The tallest it's at is 7 inches, just under 7 inches, and it weighs under 2 pounds. You can use an AC adapter and plug it into the wall if you're going to have it on all night, but it also comes with a place to put AA batteries, so you can take it with you if you're traveling. All right, so let's talk about the other features going on here. I mentioned there's 4 different sounds. There's soothe, mask, relax, and calm. These are all white noise sounds. So just in case you're not familiar, white noise is a random sound that basically accompanies all frequencies. So if you have basically car horns or snoring, that frequency is going to be masked out by any of these 4 sounds. You can also customize each one using the tone. So the tone, if you're adding to it, it's going to add more bass, lowering it's going to make it a little bit higher in pitch. Now you can also adjust the volume. You can leave it on all night and decide how loud you want it, but you can also set an auto timer for 30, 60, or 90 minutes, and then it will automatically shut off. This is nice for a kid's room if you want to put some noise on for them while you're finishing dishes or whatever, cleaning up at night, but you want it to be quiet in your house. So again, a lot of different ways to use this, but what I want to do next is show you exactly what these sounds sound like. All right, we've got the Deep Sleep sound machine plugged in and we're going to listen to the sounds. I'm going to go over a little description of each of the 4 variations so you can know which one might be a good fit for you. The Soothe is the first one that's going to come on when you turn on the power button. It's the lightest pitch. It's definitely the one for maybe if you want just like a little bit of an enhanced white noise. Then there's Mask. Now this is on the opposite end. This is for those of you who maybe sleep in an urban environment, maybe you got car horns going on. This should mask a lot of that. And then we have Relax. Relaxing is intended for those of you who sleep with people who snore next to you and you want to drown that out. And last but not least is Calm. This is the deepest tone and also one recommended for children's rooms, definitely very calming. All right, now what we're going to do is sample each one. So I'm going to put it down on my nightstand, turn it on, and we're going to get a chance to listen. All right, I'm going to press the on button and the Soothe sound should come up first. All right, I'm going to use this button to change it up. So now we're going to listen to Mask. Next up is Relax. And last but not least is the Calm setting. Okay, now I'm going to show you guys how to adjust the tone within the Soothe setting and the volume. So let's start with that tone. All right, let's talk about the pros of the HoMedics Deep Sleep Sound Machine. The first one is that it's a great fit for those of you who sleep only with white noise. You've got 4 different options to choose from, and you can also adjust the tone and pitch within each one as well as the sound. So you can really find that perfect tone for you that's gonna mask all those interrupting noises. It's also really portable, so you can take it with you if you're traveling, if it's in a child's room and you wanna place it maybe further away to take up sound within the whole room or closer to you or your child. Maybe if you have a specific noise you're trying to block out, you can move it it very easily, and it does use batteries. And last but not least, as I mentioned before, is that it can really work for all different rooms, including children's rooms, because you've got this auto timer. So it's maybe 90 minutes into their sleep, you decide the house is quiet, I want it turned off. You can go ahead and set it for 90 minutes and it will turn off. Okay, let's talk about the potential cons with this sound machine. The first one is that it only plays white noise. If you're looking for a variety of sounds, you're gonna need to look at a different option. This is white noise only, and it will drain the battery. 2 or 3 nights with this on all night, and your battery will need to be replaced. If you're traveling, make sure you've got extra ones on you. And there's also some light issues that have sort of been some of the feedback I've gotten from this machine. There will be a light with the power button and a few other settings on here. If they're turned on, you'll see a blue light. It can be distracting, especially if you're facing the machine towards you, so you may need to figure out a way to cover it up if you think that might bother you. And last but not least, the price and the value. So it's about $60 full price. I have gotten some feedback as well as that the value can be hit or miss. Some people really love it, but some people have had some functionality not work less than a year in, so it is a little bit of a risk, and it does make the price a little bit steep. I want to talk to you for a second about sleep, health, and appropriate volume levels, especially if you have a sound machine on all night. So the World Health Organization recommends that if you're going to have a white noise or any other constant noise going for 8 hours or longer, it needs to be at 85 decibels or lower. And so one way for you to be able to tell how loud it is in your room is to get a free app. I have one called Decibel Meter, and I just place it near the sound and it tells me how many decibels it is. So this is really handy if it's in your room or especially a child's room, and I'd actually recommend checking with your pediatrician on what an appropriate sound level for them may be. It might be lower than 85, but if it's in your room, take a look at it, see how far away it is from your bed, how loud it is, and make sure that you're listening and enjoying your sound machine at an appropriate volume. So the HoMedics Deep Sleep Sound Machine could be a good option for those of you who are very specific about your white noise and want the ability to customize it. And definitely has a cool feature here with the 4 different sounds, the auto timer. It will work well in adult and children's rooms. That being said, the value and the price seem to be a little hit or miss based on some feedback, so keep that in mind. I've got more details, a full written review linked in the description below, and check that out. Of course, if you've got any questions, don't hesitate to let me know as well, and I hope I see you again soon. Thanks!